name is Chanel with Needle Rebellion, where we are crafting a rebellion one stitch at a time. So I am so excited to be here with you guys today. I know it's been a while. I know what y'all saying. I know, I can hear y'all. I know what y'all saying. Girl, where you been? Okay, so I am working on something epic, something really big for you guys. And I know it's kind of taken me away from being able to blog and being able to record and all that good stuff. But it will be coming soon. It will be a little while, but it will be coming, I promise. And you guys are going to be so excited about it because I am super excited about it. But anyway, I am talking to you guys today about my road to the Sunset Highway. So I know that if you follow me on Instagram and all the things, you know that I do struggle a little bit, just like a little bit, with fear. Like, y'all know, it's not even a little bit, okay? I be afraid, okay? So I know. And that's one of the things that in my life that I've been working on is not letting fear dictate what I can and cannot do any longer. And so the Sunset Highway was kind of a big thing for me, okay? Huge thing. So last January, I took a sweater class. And in that class, I made a sweater for my son. And I did a small sweater, okay? I did a small sweater. So that way, if I made a mistake, I wouldn't have that far to go back, okay? So I did a small sweater. I kind of cheated a little bit, but I made that sweater for my son. And I am telling you what, he loved that sweater. And he wore it every single day, okay? Every day. And the thing about the sweater is, it's so sad because he got a hole in it and I don't quite know how to mend it, but I know all of y'all out there, all of my BKS, my best knit friends, I know all my best knit friends can help me out. So best knit friends, let me know what I should do to fix this sweater, okay? I'll have to show you guys one day so that way you can kind of have a better view of this sweater that I have like totally, not fixed. Not my best mom moment that I have not fixed my child's sweater, okay? Don't judge me. So anyway, so after I took that class, the next class that I took was a cardigan class. And I had said to them before the cardigan class, I said, y'all need to do a Sunset Highway class at the Blazing Needles. Like, y'all know the Blazing Needles is like my favorite place on earth. Like, I could just like move in, live at the yarn shop, and be happy there, okay? Well, I told them, I said, y'all should do a Sunset Highway class. But the next class was a cardigan class, which I was happy, like I said, I'm happy that I did it. But I was talking to the instructor, Whitney, and I was telling her my dreams of making the Sunset Highway. And I'll say that Whitney has been so helpful in pushing me in my knitting goals and telling me, girl, yes, you can do that. Like, yes, you can. Because, like, sometimes I don't think you can see your own abilities and other people can see them so much better and so much clearer than you can. And she was like, girl, you're really good. You can really do this. Okay? So she was like, one thing that you're going to have to learn how to do is you're going to have to learn how to read charts. Like, girl, you can knit so much faster if you would just read a chart. And I was like, no, there's no way. I can't read a chart. Like, I can't read a chart to save my life. Like, I don't know how to do that. Those other people know how to read charts. I don't know how to read a chart. And so needless to say, I did not make the Sunset Highway after the sweater class. But I did do the Tegna, which taught me how to do what? Read a chart. Yes. And let me tell you, she was so right about reading charts. Like, I can fly through something now by reading a chart, okay? And so I am super excited that I get to share my Sunset Highway with you guys. But it did take a while. I went on a yarn journey to make this sweater. Okay, a yarn journey. I traveled all over the world to find the perfect yarn. No, I really didn't travel all over the world, but I did travel. Okay, I traveled. So over the summer, my family and I did our first ever RV vacation, thanks to my coworker who suggested it. So we did our first ever, and we went up to Yellowstone, and we spent a week in Yellowstone in an RV. And we traveled all over. So we started out on the west side through Idaho, went up to Montana and then back down through Wyoming. And if you've ever been through Wyoming and you've never gone to Jackson, you are totally missing out, because Wyoming is different when you're driving through down I-80. It does not look like much. And some of you guys can relate to this. It doesn't look like much, okay? And you're like, why do people live here? But if you go through that part of Yellowstone and go into Jackson, then you'll be like, oh, I get it now. I get it. I get it. Like, it's so beautiful. And so my yarn stop, my one and only, had I known there were some amazing yarn shops in West Yellowstone, I would have hit those up, but I did not realize that. So I went to Knit on Pearl in Jackson, and I save all my little bags. But yeah, Knit on Pearl in Jackson is where I went. And I got the color for the body of my Sunset Highway. Shall I show you guys my Sunset Highway right now? Look at it. Uh-oh. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I am absolutely in love. Love, love, love. Okay. So the main color for my Sunset Highway was Farmer's Daughter, okay, in the Cowboy Country colorway, okay. So that is that color. And then after I got that from there, I just bought the main color from there, and I kept it for months, because that was in July. I didn't start working on my Sunset Highway till November, but I just kind of kept that packed away because I was working on another project at the time. And many of you know, if you've been following me for a while, I am a monogamous knitter. I only knit one project at a time. Like, I am not about that polygamy life. Like, I know I live in Utah, but I'm not. Okay, I'm just kidding. It was a total joke. But no, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to make this when I kind of get a little more confident, and I'm going to finish these other projects. Okay. So I ended up getting done with my shawl, and then I did my Lady Mademoiselle Dandelion cardigan, which is absolutely beautiful. Let me tell you, like, that is one of my favorite pieces. It is so elegant. Like, I just love the stitch. But anyway, I then was like, well, what am I going to do now? I got to find some yarn to go with this. Like, there's so many beautiful colors in this Cowboy Country. I was like, I gotta get like some really nice complementary colors that speak to me, that are like totally my personality, like what I love. Okay. So I went to Blazing Needles, of course, my favorite place on earth, and I couldn't find any colors that went well with my sweater. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do now? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, and this was probably in September when I started looking. And so I was like freaking out, and I was like, now I'm not going to be able to find any colors that are going to go with this after I bought this main body color. And so then I was like, well, let me check out my other local yarn shops, because I do not like to cheat on Blazing Needles, but I had to. Okay, so I don't condone that either. Okay, so I went over to Wool Cabin, and I found this lovely green that I have here, and I cannot find my little card for it, so I'm sorry guys, so I can't tell you the yarn maker and the colorway, so I do apologize for that. I do try to keep them handy, but I did not. And so then I found that, and I was like, okay, now what am I going to do with those other colors? Like, because this green is pretty bold, and I was like, what am I going to do with the other colors that are going to complement the green? So I was kind of a little nervous. Okay. And so one day I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to go up to Wasatch and Wool up in Park City. And I was like, I'm going to go up there, and I'm just going to see what she has. She is super nice, and I just love her. And I'm telling you what, it's another amazing yarn shop. And so I was like, okay, I got these other colors. Now I got to find something that's going to complement them. And of course, I was successful. So I got another Farmer's Daughter, and that was my gold color that I have here. okay? And it's called a Dirty Little Dandelion, which was so great because I just started or just finished my dandelion cardigan. So yeah, it was like Dirty Little Dandelion. Ooh, I kind of like the sound of that. Like, and that's in the Foxy Lady. Foxy Lady. And then I found this beautiful corally pink color, which is absolutely amazing. And it's in the CoopKnits sock yay. And it's the Ammolite colorway. So this is it. And that's, oh, shucks. That's the details, okay? I don't know if it's going to show up backwards or not. But, yeah, so that is what brought together this. And so for me, it was kind of hard to kind of deciding which order I would do. So I just kind of played around with it a couple different times before I got started. And then I was like, well, what do I want to speak more of? What do I want to be, you know, what did I want my sweater to say? And that's how I kind of came up with this color combination. So yes, I'm super excited. I am so happy that I did get this done. So I started it in November, like middle of November, I think it was. And it was so funny because the lady at the yarn shop, see, this is why you can't listen to people, okay? Lady at the yarn shop, she's like, oh, you're knitting a sweater with that small yarn? And I was like, yes, I am. And she was like, it's going to take you 6 years to get that done. Girl, it didn't take 6 years, and I wish I could see you so I could show you my Sunset Highway all finished up. And I finished it in about 6 weeks or so. I think it was 6 weeks. I'll have to go back and look at the timeline of when I started and when I got done. But my goal was that I definitely wanted to have this done before the first of the year. And I accomplished that goal. And I was super, super excited about it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I get to like wear it. But you want to know the thing that I hate most about knitting? Like, I love everything about knitting, but there's one thing I hate. Well, there's two things. Okay? There's two things. First thing is I hate to cast on. I know. Y'all like, girl, really? Yes, I hate to cast on. If I could pay somebody to cast on all my stuff, I would pay them. Number two, I hate weaving in the ends. Like, why can't I just wear it and then the ends just hang? No, I'm just kidding, because that would not look cute. But I hate weaving in the ends, and so I think that's what took me so long to be able to actually wear my sweater, is because I did not want to have to weave in the ends. I don't mind blocking a sweater, like that doesn't bother me, but I do hate weaving in the ends. So, but yeah, so I got that done. So I'm super excited about that. Right now, I am working on another sweater that I was a little nervous about because it's knit flat in panels, and then I have to, you know, stitch them up together and stuff. So that is definitely something that's pushing me out of my comfort zone. And that was one of the things that I want to do, is get out of my comfort zone and just push myself to knit harder projects and not be limited and say, oh no, I can't do that, because I've done that so long in life. And it's so funny because I'm like, how did I get this far in life being afraid to do different things? Like, how did I get this far? Because I came pretty far, and I was like, if I could come this far afraid, I can only imagine how much further I can go pushing past the fear. Like, there's nothing I couldn't do. Like, really. And it's so funny because after I got started with this, I was like, why was I so afraid of this? Because at the end of the day, like, and I don't know, I guess I see this as a big, scary thing. And then when I get started, I'm like, that was so easy. Like, really? I was afraid of that. And so I'm finding that too as a reoccurring thing in my life. But yeah, so I'm really, really excited about my Sunset Highway, and I'm so happy I was able to show it to you guys. I can't wait until I'm done with my next project. I'll show you guys that one as well. When I get it done. It's definitely probably been a little slower of a knit for me because I have been working again on this super duper exciting surprise for you guys. So yeah, don't forget, tell me, okay? Guys, tell me about how to mend a sweater, okay, for my son. Don't forget to do that, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And all that good stuff. And you can follow me over on Instagram at Needle Rebellion, where we again are crafting a rebellion one stitch at a time. And you can follow me on my blog at needlerebellion.com, and all the things, like, and on Ravelry I'm Coco5Knits, and I need to do a little bit better about like keeping up with my stuff on Ravelry. But yeah, I'm over there too, and all the things. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I think I probably was a little long-winded, but I hope that you guys had a good time because I did. I'll talk to you later.